Guys, so welcome back to our final round of the Greensborough set champs here. We have Darren on the left against Clement on the right. Now, we've already seen both of these players on stream already, so should be pretty familiar with their decks. I'm sure they're going to put on a show for us. Now, Darren did already beat a Ruby Sapphire in the top four, so a bit of a difficult matchup for him, but managed to pull through. So let's see what tricks he has up his sleeve for this matchup. Now, one looks like going to be trying to hold on to that Be Prepared. Interesting choice, since we do know that Darren is playing that Steel Song with access to Peach, so can shut that down on the right turn. But we did see that Scar Vicious Cheetah come in very handy last round for Pokemon against another Steel Song player. So let's see if he's able to find that on the right turn here. Didn't get a look at Darren's hand, but I imagine he'll be looking for some of that nice curve, the 1-drop Daisy, 2-drop Smee, and then 3-drop Lawrence. Just put on that heavy questing power, and maybe trying to hold out for those songs like Along Came Zeus to take out that Maui Half Shark. Unfortunately, his good singers such as Ariel do have less than, or 2 strength or less, so can be taken out by the Brawl here. Just going to see a Develop Your Rain by Lamont, so looking for that Popsicle here, just going to be able to draw more cards next turn if he finds that Sail, which I think he might have there at the back of his hand. So Darren inking the 1-drop means he probably has another 1-drop. Yep, and there we see the Sail come down. Now I imagine this Popsicle as well after inking the Fishbone. Now, Darren this turn could actually get the whole new world off with a Shift Queen. Now, the Shift Queen is quite a powerful card here because it can't really be taken down by anything super easily by Clement. Looks like he doesn't have the Shift, unfortunately, this turn. And then just going to be a Smee. So not a bad start here for Darren. Imagine Clement might go looking for that Fishbone this turn. Then we'll be able to come in with the Be Prepared next turn, unless Darren is able to find that Pete. Could also Brawl down the Queen, that way Darren won't be able to play Whole New World next turn, but I think the Fishbone here will just allow for some more ramping. Does only have 1 card left in hand after the Fishbone, but can use the Vision to start getting some more card draw. Probably going to have to go that Flavisham, I would imagine. Only having that 1 card left in hand means that his options for the following turns are going to be a bit limited, so just wanting some extra card draw. Next turn does potentially have access to the Be Prepared if they want, but will have to get rid of their entire hand. Bar 1 card, I believe. Looks like it's a double Be Prepared and a Flavisham in hand, so Darren here just going to quest for 3. It'll be interesting to see if he brings this Pete down here. I don't think he necessarily needs to go in with the Pete this turn, as Clement, in order to do this, will have to go down quite low in his hand size. We did see him ink a Brawl already, so maybe feel a bit more safe doing something like an Aerial. Let's find some of those songs and get that singer on the board. We do see the Aerial be inked, so it does decide to go for the Pete here. Interesting play. I think given the size of Clement's hand, it probably could have been held off for another turn. Unless he has another one in hand for the following turn as well. I'm just going to see the Fishbone Quill come down. And then ink another Flavisham. So hopefully this Flavisham sticks around. I'd like to have that draw option for next turn, or even able to sing that How Far I'll Go. And then maybe something like a Be Prepared if Darren isn't able to find another Pete here. Darren looks like he has a Shift Queen here, but unless it's paired with something like a Whole New World, don't think he really wants to be shifting just yet. I'm not quite sure what's in Darren's hand, but I think it would have been good to see that aerial come down last turn. Just find some more songs if he doesn't have any in hand at the moment. Darren here keeping his hands very close to his chest. Not wanting to reveal much at all. I imagine we're just going to go for a bit of a quest here, but it'll be interesting to see what card he plays from his hand. Another P here definitely would be interesting. It is just a Lawrence and a pass, so not sure what he's got in his hand, but thinking that aerial might have been a bit of a mistake here, not having access to getting some of those songs, potentially a whole new world. You'd have to imagine Clement will use the Be Prepared this turn, but we're just going to sing the How Far I'll Go. Tough choice here. Does have two Be Prepared in hand, so might opt to keep the Maleficent Dragon. And then we see the Be Prepared come down, clearing the board for both players. Sort of resetting everything for Clement here. Alright, it's just that Queen coming down. Unfortunately, I believe the Maleficent was held, so just going to be able to remove that instantly. So yeah, good choice by Clement taking that Maleficent over the Sisu. Darren does have the response with the World's Greatest Criminal Mastermind. Not a card we see a whole lot of, but definitely a powerful one at that, especially into this Ruby Sapphire matchup. Unfortunately, we'll need another one to deal with this Tamatoa. Just going to be a Storm Rage on to just get some extra card draw. Ink the Aerial, Sonic Warrior. Imagine it'll just be a quest here for one. The Tamatoa challenges, you're not too concerned about that. Now, this is sort of where we see Darren running out of steam here, and again, with these Steel Song decks, if they aren't able to find their whole new world, it can be difficult to draw enough cards to close out the game in this Ruby Sapphire matchup, as they're not really leaving too many characters that you can challenge into and then heal your own characters with Rapunzel to get that card draw. So now we're going to see the big Sisu come down, clear the board again, and Clement keeping a nice board here. We do see another two characters come down, so potentially questing for 5 next turn. I don't believe Clement has another big Sisu in hand. He's only playing the 2. So might just quest first and then get this Be Prepared, depending on what he draws. Looks like it might be the Be Prepared here with that quest from Sisu. Or maybe just the Dragon take out the Piglet. So Darren's still questing for 2, but a lot less scary than that 5, potentially. It's going to be a quest and a Be Prepared to the bottom. Definitely not unhappy about that. This Lilo coming down can be quite good, but we know that with the Maui Half Shark that Clement has in hand, playing that can put the pressure on bringing this Lilo back every turn. So at the start of the set, we sort of thought this card was going to be super powerful, but in this matchup, not so much. And I think Clement might have the game here, potentially just needing one more action. Going to quest for 5, 8, 9, 10. So actually just has 10 here. And quest for the win in game number 1. So obviously going first, going to make it a little bit easier to win. So let's see how Darren goes on the play. Here we go, game number 2. Darren going first in this one. Players just starting with their mulligans. Clement hasn't really found too much there, so I imagine he'll mulligan all 7. Going to be looking for some turn 2 ramp, as well as potentially a 1-drop in that Popsicle. or maybe develop your brain as well. Now, we don't really see too much going on here. There is that fishbone quill, so we'll have a ramp on 3, but I don't think I see anything for turn 1 or 2, so going second, probably not what you want to see as Clermont. Darren, on the other hand, will have to see if he has that 1-drop, 2-drop again. Definitely going to be looking for something like that Daisy Duck instead, as Clermont is not playing the Sisu Daring Visitor. So going to be pretty difficult to remove that with a bit of a board presence as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the 1-drop here, so going to be some slow starts for both of our players here. Imagine, I believe there's a Vitalosphere, so could have played that down, but just opting to hold on to it, not wanting to reveal that card just yet. So we see the Piglet, so going to need 2 characters next turn for this 2. Yeah, now we see the Vitalosphere come down. So we'll see if Darren has the 2 characters here to start questing for 3. Definitely want to start putting on the pressure. Unfortunately, just the 3-drop, so questing for 1 here with Piglet. I imagine Clermont will have to go for this Fishbone Quill here. But then next turn we'll be able to get the Maui Half Shark down. Might potentially want to save it just to pair it with that Rush from the Vitalosphere. It's just going to go for the Brawl, so unfortunately not able to afford the turn off to start inking. Now we'll have to see what Darren has here. Probably want to go quite aggressive here since Clermont's having a bit of a slower start. Try and find some of those aggressive 2 questers. You don't like to see the World's Greatest Criminal Mastermind being inked. Definitely a powerful card in this matchup. Potentially even better than Along Came Zeus, as you can deal with almost all of Clermont's big characters. So we're going to see the ink from turn and then from the Fishbone Quill going up to 5. So next turn we'll be able to rush in with the Maui Half Shark after inking twice. So just going to see a quest for 6. I imagine this Lawrence will be questing as well. Let's see what the aerial can get. So one does have that Be Prepared in hand, so it could actually just play that next turn. Sort of reset the board before coming in with the Maui Half Shark. And now you start to see why this matchup can be quite difficult. Going to see the double ink and the Be Prepared come down, resetting the board. Definitely a very powerful play here. Clermont not having any characters on play, no real downside to playing this Be Prepared. And you just get to remove all of your opponent's characters. Rapunzel and pass. Be interesting to see what Clermont does here. Just going to go in with the Flavisham, draw a few more cards and doing a bit more ink. Let's get the Fishbone Quill back again so we can use that and put another Tipo into the inkwell. Another card you really need at this stage in the game, and I'm sure Clermont will draw into a few of those since he didn't have any in his opening hand. We're looking for something like a Zeus here, just slow down that card draw, which you can sing with the Rapunzel. Looks like he might just have to quest and play the Cinderella. So again, Darren having a bit of a slow start here. Well, sort of been able to stabilize. Wasn't really much he wanted to ink there, so just getting rid of the Fishbone Quill. And now challenging him with the Maleficent after he's given it rush with the Vitalosphere, so able to completely clear the board here. And we definitely see that from Clermont in his game style. Always likes to keep the opponent's board quite clear. rather opting for that rather than questing a lot of the time. Which I think is the main sort of worry for these Ruby Sapphire decks, is that their opponent can sometimes out-aggro them and run away with the game before you're able to stabilize. Again, Darren just stuck with a lot of songs in hand and not many singers in order to sing them. Now Clemont's just able to keep questing, drawing cards, and look for those removal answers. Does have the Brawl, he'll be able to use that to get rid of this Ursula. Just going to come in with the Tipo there, quest out for 2 and banish the Ursula. So Clemont having a plethora of card draw, and Darren just sort of stalling out a little bit here. Again, these 3 Storm Rage on, just having to hardcast to remove this Flavisham. Not really where you want to be. Ooh, does play the Gaston. 3 cost 3/3 Singer, so very interesting card. I think is quite good into this matchup, as it can't be brawled like that Ursula, the Aerial Spectacular Singer. So quite a good card to have here. And if that last card in hand is a Whole New World, and Clemont isn't able to find the removal here, could be an important one for trying to get Darren back into this game. So Flavisham going to the Inkwell. Just keeping onto that guaranteed card draw, as Clemont doesn't have any items in play at this stage. Would probably like to find something like a Maui Half Shark just to, get some value out of all of these actions he's playing. I believe he played that Portugal and didn't draw a card. And Portugal is a May, so did miss the trigger on that one. I don't think there's ever a reason you wouldn't want to draw the card. Did you see the Zeus? So just getting rid of some of these my question characters. And a Queen coming down for Darren. So Darren not really having any card draw here. Just going to be hoping for a Whole New World. Now good, we'd like to see this Gaston not questing here. You definitely need to keep that one around just in case you draw some more songs. If you do have to hardcast a Whole New World, I don't think you're winning this game. And another Tamatoa coming down. You'd have to think that this is going to be Clemont's game going into next turn, as he will be questing for 8. So getting that Fishbone back as well, will be able to play that to quest for even more. And Darren definitely running out of time here. Whole New World might save him if he's able to draw into some World's Greatest Criminal Mastermind, just to remove these Tamatoas. Unfortunately, with the Shift Queen, not going to be enough to take out these Tamatoas here. And I think with that Fishbone in hand, once Tamatoas can quest for 4 apiece and go up to 20. So Darren, unfortunately, just not able to find any card draw in this match that will help get him back into the game. Does just take out the Tala, but that is going to be a Fishbone Quill, quest for 8, go up to 20, and the game to Clemont. So already a pretty bad matchup for Darren, unfortunately, and just couldn't take the win again. So congratulations to both players for earning a Scar, Matt and the promo, and for making it to the finals. And that is going to conclude our Greensborough Set Champ series. And thank you everyone for watching. Please like, subscribe, really appreciate it, and comments below with any feedback as well. And be sure to tune in to the stream, which will be over this weekend. We'll be doing Aussie collectibles and Midian games with some more Lorcana Set Champs action. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next time.